got mail.
For millions of people, those three beautiful words were the next thing that we heard after. And with the early excitement around communication over the information superhighway, it was almost a Pavlovian experience. But all good things must come to an end, and on September 30th, 2025, AOL shut down their dial-up internet service for good. Truly a dark day for the thousands of customers who still used it. Wait, thousands of people in 2025 were still on dial-up internet? Not only were, but are. Believe it or not, for many people around the world, dial-up is the only affordable option for exploring the World Wide Web, downloading over 121,000 software files, and investigating their special interests. And according to the 2023 census, over 150,000 households, even in the US, are still cruising the USA at 56K. But what can you even do on dial-up these days? Can you browse Reddit? Actually, probably. YouTube? Ugh, I doubt it. What about gaming? Maybe? To answer all of those questions, I did something that I never thought I would do again, and... Oh, it's for you. It's a segue to our sponsor.
Delete Me! Data brokers are out in the wild gathering and selling your personal data to the highest bidder. Delete Me is there to help get your information out of the wrong hands by removing it from hundreds of sites. Save 20% on your Delete Me plan at joindeleteme.com/LTT20 with code LTT20 at checkout.
Can you even buy 56K modems anymore? Oh, of course it would be StarTech. Hard to find, made expensive. But how do we hook it up? We don't even have a phone line here at the office, do we? No, we did not. Which is why we're at James's house, who it turns out also didn't have a landline, nor did he even have his RJ11 jack hooked up at the panel in his garage. So our new writer wired it all up for him, and now that that's done, all we've got to do is disable our vastly superior connections, plug in our modem, and then figure out where the devil the dial-up networking folder is. Network, probably, right? Oh my God, there it is, it's right there. How have I never noticed it in all the years I've been using Windows 10 and 11? Now we just double check our phone number and our ISP provided username and password, and then click connect. Oh, do the new modems not make the noise?
You gotta make the noise yourself.
Now let's see how this bad boy handles some of the most popular websites on the World Wide Web. Before you ask, by the way, yes, we have cleared our internet cache for the most authentic possible experience, for better or for worse. Why don't I Google Wikipedia? Oh God, this is actually way worse than I expected. I thought this was gonna be fine. Oh, it timed out. Do I have an internet connection?
In theory.
Oh God, 32 bytes. Request timed out. Did I just forget how horrible this was? I may have tracked down our problem. While we did disable Windows Update, MS Edge Web View 2, whatever this is using anywhere from about 1 to 2.5
kilobytes per second.
Which, on this speed of connection, it's a real problem. No, MP Defender Core Service.exe, what is this?
It's part of anti-malware.
Dude, I don't got enough speed to download malware. I'm just trying to load the main Wikipedia page. We did do a lot while we were waiting for internet things to happen. I would leave a CD worth of MP3s to download overnight. Hey! No wonder the homepage took so flippin' long to load. It's got all these pictures and stuff on it. Sick! What would a non-narcissist look up on Wikipedia? My page should theoretically be lighter. I think it only has one picture on it. Hey, there it goes. Wait for it, wait for it. Ah! Yeah, this is awful. And, you know, as you would expect, the more multimedia heavy a site is, the worse it's going to be. As we all remember from browsing for pixelated porcupines back in the day. So Wikipedia, if we're willing to wait a little bit, actually kind of usable. How about lttstore.com? We're trying an alternate phone number to see if maybe we can get a little bit more consistency in our connection here. Oh, whoa!
I fixed it, I'm a genius.
Oh, dude. Okay, we are getting more consistent network activity. And if we were to try to go to a site like, say, Amazon, it would only get worse, which kind of makes sense, given that rich media is such a huge part of any major online retailer strategy these days, with Amazon plastered with not only photos like ours, but even animations and video. This is hilarious, by the way. We finally got one image loaded here, the cover image for the screwdriver, and check this out. Whoa, the mouse over image for the backpack. So it's very clear that the way that modern pages are designed and the way that modern browsers load the assets is just inherently incompatible with a dial-up experience. Some sites are text-only out of the box, or have a text-only version. Let's try old Reddit. As if anything posted on Reddit isn't an image or a video these days anyway. I guess I could browse Am I the Asshole? Do I really want to know though? Whoa, hold on, I got a favicon. Oh my God, I'm so bored. I'm sunk cost fallacied as f on this right now. So much for this being text only, ass. What is this? It's all pictures. Well, that is where browser extensions like images on off come in. Sticking to one tab also goes a long way, and so does turning off non-critical service while you're trying to browse. Looking at you, Windows Update. Turning off images directly within Chrome is also a thing. You just go to Settings, Content, Images, and click Don't Allow Sites to Show Images. This was faster, actually. Not a ton, but legitimately more usable. And another tech tip for dial-up users is that download managers are also, it turns out, still a thing. These programs allow you to organize, prioritize, and schedule your downloads, and they'll even let you pause and resume a download without losing any data. If you start a big one and you're not quite done and you want to maybe, I don't know, browse the internet. Finally, I mentioned earlier that there are text-based browsers that will display web pages as, well, text. Let's fire up Lynx, a text and GUI browser that only works in Linux, which we can quickly access using Windows Subsystem for Linux. LSL.exe. No way. You have got to be kidding me. This is so cool. Now we can see exactly what was taking so flipping long before. Like, dude, it's not even trying to download anything yet. Makes it only slightly less infuriating.
I didn't even think of SSL being a problem, but totally, because that's a ton of data.
Oh yeah, by these standards, that's a flip ton of data. And not just with the website that I'm connecting to, probably with every tracker that it's using as well.
Every tracker, every asset, everything.
Hey, whoa, hey, whoa! Can I use the site like this? Like, is this? Oh yeah, it's done, it loaded. Wow, that is something. This definitely explains why it took so freaking long with the images. That's how long it takes just to get the text on the page. God, do you remember when a download would fail, like at the very end?
Yes.
Oh.
Heartbreak.
Oh. It occurs to me at this point that while we have experienced dial-up, we haven't actually measured it yet. Will a test site have too much imagery to load? And it stopped even trying. This is the point where I feel like we need to adjust our plan a little bit, because we did all the pre-testing for this using Chrome developer tools to throttle our connection to a 56K modem speed. What we didn't account for is that in the real world, a dial-up internet service provider might not get anywhere near 56 kilobytes per second, which we found was a pretty regular problem. So, new plan, we're going back into the developer settings, and we're gonna use our throttled connection for the rest of what we had planned today. Control-Shift-I to access dev tools, then you can add a custom network throttling profile. Apparently the average for 56K was about 53 down, 48 up, with anywhere from 100 to 250 milliseconds of latency and about 1.5% packet loss. So that's what we're gonna be going with. Let's see how usable YouTube would be on a high quality 56K connection these days. Well, it's not great so far. Serenity now. Whoa, wait, this took that long and we still have images turned off? I haven't even tried to watch a video yet. Click. Nice. Not unexpected. Of course, we weren't gonna be able to stream high definition video on a 56K connection, but hear me out. What about, oh, I thought I was gonna be able to change it to a more early web friendly 144p, but it didn't even load the player enough to give me a quality drop down. I just need to get past it trying to load an ad, because there's no quality selector for the ad. Oh my God, yeah, I would need ad blocks so hard. Whoa, buddy! Oh. Streaming wasn't really a thing on 56K. So here's how we did it. You would load up the site for the video you wanted to watch. You would go make a cup of coffee, tea, cocoa, maybe have a sandwich. Then you would come back to your computer and hope that it had buffered enough for you to play it. if you look really closely, you can actually see little chunks of video loading down here. So I should be able to play like the first half a minute already. Hey, not bad. And actually, that would be pretty good quality back in the late 90s. Another option would be to slow down the playback speed. Really, we're gonna suggest this? Try 0.5.
It feels like they might as well be just guessing.
I mean, I guess it kind of helps with buffering, but I assume that's what I would sound like drunk. As for sites like Netflix, forget about it. Their advertised minimum is 3 megabit per second. 3 megabit per second is a whopping 50 times the speed of our humble 56K modem. Gaming is gonna be a whole other nightmare of an experience, but before we get to that, why does this even still exist? Well, 56K is exactly what it says on the tin. 56,000 bits, or between 6,000 and 7,000 text characters per second. And there are still use cases where that is still more than enough. Some digital signage or vending machines or credit card terminals do still function perfectly well on dial-up. It can also be used as a backup for older control systems that are difficult to upgrade, or maybe even as a tertiary connection for critical business needs. In fact, until 2009, the operators of America's nuclear power plants were using dial-up for their monitoring systems until the Nuclear Regulatory Commission asked them to, hey, maybe modernize? Which was probably a good call, pun intended. As for why individuals are using it, well, mostly it's because they don't have a choice. And in a world where the internet can contribute so much to education and economic prosperity, that's a pretty sad thing. In many developing countries, the funding for high-speed infrastructure simply doesn't exist due to poverty or corruption. And in America specifically, what happened was the major ISPs took billions of dollars from the government for a high-speed build-out, then just never finished it. With all that said, for some folks, and this is gonna blow your mind, they just aren't that online and can't justify any extra cost for something that they simply don't care about beyond basic text communication and email. But I can't relate to that. Pretty much the first thing I wanted to do on the internet was game. Can we do it? Oh God, it wants a Steam update. Quiet you. Okay, yeah, play anyway for the second time. This is kind of remarkable. I thought the game would at least launch and then have trouble connecting to the server, but maybe it's that if you can't download all the latest cosmetics, modern live service games don't even want you. Actually, no, realistically, it's probably not that they hate poor people. Connection manipulation, which can look very similar to a poor connection like ours, can be a way of cheating. And even when it isn't, it can significantly degrade the gaming experience for everyone else in the server. Why don't we give something else a shot? There are a few classic games that apparently do work and are still actively maintained, like Vendetta Online. It's a space combat game that's been running continuously since 2002 and was designed to be played with 200 milliseconds of latency. While this painstakingly loads, an even older game launched in 1997 that still works with dial-up is Ultima Online. This fantasy MMORPG still has thousands of gamers playing it to this day. I don't feel super compelled to join them at the moment, but I'm really glad that they're having fun.
We must have been way more patient back in the day.
We must have been so patient, dude. Like my ADD is like out of control now. I can't go like 30 seconds without like grabbing my phone or like answering an email. What did I do? I snacked a lot more because I was a teenage boy.
That's probably what it was.
Oh, I don't know if this is loading anymore. Oh man. Okay, all right. So I'm in the world now. How do I tell if anything is actually working right now? How do I tell if anything online is happening? Does anybody know? Anyone? Bueller? What's happening? Am I shooting it? Is this doing anything? Oops. All right. So what are the alternatives then for folks stuck without their AOL lifeline to the internet? Cellular broadband is one, if you happen to have good cell service, but then don't have good land-based internet. Starlink is relatively high speed and low latency, if you can afford it and you don't mind playing Diablo 4 with definitely the best player of all time. And there are also some other satellite-based services that are starting to come online, but beyond that, the best bet might actually be, as much as it pains me to say this, having just used one of them, alternative dial-up providers, which there are still a couple of, like NetZero and DSL Extreme. By the way, guys, if you also want to see what it's like having such slow speeds, you can emulate it yourself using the Chrome development tools that we showed you before. We'll have a link down below, and we'll also have a link, thank God this is over, to our sponsor.
Delete Me! Data brokers can legally collect and sell almost anything about you, and places like people search sites can be information gold mines for them. They can be used to scrape things like your name, your number, and even your relatives. Online privacy is becoming a larger topic of conversation for the average person, and for good reason, as the selling of personal data becomes more and more common. Delete Me can help though. It's a hands-off subscription service that removes your personal information from hundreds of places online, which significantly decreases the chances of your data ending up in the wrong hands. They've been an expert in the personally identifiable information removal game for over 15 years. They only use in-house technology too, no outsourcing to make sure your data is extra secure. And they have real privacy advisors you can talk to, not just a chatbot. Unlike other services, they will always verify your data is actually on a site before submitting a removal claim. That's less time wasted. The best time to take your online privacy seriously is yesterday, people. But the second best time is today. So save 20% on a Delete Me plan at joindeleteme.com/LTT20. Or you can scan this lovely QR code on the screen. Just remember to use our code LTT20 when you check out.
If you guys enjoyed this video, why not check out the time that we installed 10 gig internet at our office? That was way more fun. This was so frustrating and also like PTSD, like traumatizing. Like I forgot how crappy everything was. Kids today, man, don't take it for granted.